So you've built your website or your sales funnel and you are ready to launch a business and start driving some traffic and generating some customers. Where do you start? There's so many different strategies. There's so much conflicting information online. I'm going to share with you 5 powerful ways that you can drive traffic to your website right here in this video. So first things first, if you're new to the channel, just so that you know what I'm going to share with you is worth listening to. I've been in business now for 12 years and I've generated over $25 million online. That's selling courses, coaching, consulting, even some physical products. I've tried a lot of different stuff. I've had success in many, many areas. One thing that I've gotten very, very good at is driving traffic. Driving traffic in a multitude of different ways. And I want to share with you the 5 most powerful, most effective ways that we found to grow our businesses. And I think they're the ones that are going to help you the most as well. Now, as we go through this list of traffic strategies, I want to stress that there's a mixture of free and also paid strategies, right? The free ones are not going to cost you, any money or very little money. It's going to be more of your time investment at that point. And then the paid strategies are actually very quick and easy to get traffic, but you're putting your money up front. So we're going to talk about both so that you've got a good blend. And in fact, moving forward, long-term goal is you want your business to be utilizing both. You shouldn't have a business online that relies only on paid traffic, because if anything ever happened to that, you're back to square one. And you also don't want a business that only relies on free traffic, because if something happens to algorithms on social platforms, then again, your traffic's gone overnight. You want to have a nice balance of the both. So the first one is utilizing Google SEO. Now, this is a free traffic strategy, but I must also stress it's a long-term strategy. If you need traffic today, right? If you need traffic very, very soon, this is not something you should be relying on. This is a long-term strategy. It takes a lot of time for Google to index your pages, to find your pages for your websites, to build authority, for you to target the right keywords and actually move your website and your articles up the top of the Google search results. So you shouldn't utilize this strategy as your sole traffic focus, but it's something you can certainly add into the mix. And here's why it's the first thing on our list. Google traffic inherently is some of the most valuable traffic on the internet. And by valuable, I mean the people that are clicking on your posts and coming through to your websites, the mindset that they're in for finding a solution in that very moment, just the nature of people that go to Google when they need something, and how they're thinking and feeling in that moment. Usually those people convert into customers and clients at a much higher rate, and that's why they're more valuable. So it's a good place to focus some of your time, energy, and attention. But again, it's the long game. And it's the long game because unfortunately we are well past the time where it was easy to get ranked on Google, right? There was a time where you could just launch a blog post, target a specific keyword, and by tomorrow you'd be at the very top for anyone searching for that keyword. That's just not the case anymore. Competition is fierce on Google. So please don't expect you're going to write an article and it's going to rank the next day. What's going to have to happen is you're going to have to be consistent. Consistent with new articles, consistent with posting, consistent with your keyword research. And eventually what you'll find, it might be 3 months down the line, it might be 12 months, it might be 36 months, but there'll be a moment where your website has picked up the authority that it needed, and suddenly all of your articles are starting to rank and a bunch of traffic is coming in, and then you've got a really good long-term strategy. The second strategy is utilizing social media. Now, that is a big topic, so we're going to break it down here a little bit. Social media, of course, has just exploded in recent years. We're talking Facebook, we're talking Instagram, we're talking YouTube, we're even talking, dare I say, things like Snapchat, TikTok, all of these platforms that have emerged that are based on social. It's unavoidable now that is where the traffic is. And that is where the traffic is because that's where the internet is now hanging out. So when it comes to driving traffic, we have to ask ourselves the question, where are the people that I want as customers and clients? And then you need to go onto those platforms and make yourself more visible. But I want to save you from making a really big mistake, because a lot of people, when it comes to social media, they think they need to be on every platform. They need to syndicate their content across every single social media site. And you just find that it's becoming a daily routine. Well, this morning I've got to spend my 2 hours and I've got to post to YouTube, post to Facebook, post to Instagram, post to TikTok. I've got to make sure I do all of this stuff so I can tick it off, even though it's not producing any fruit. I don't think that's the right strategy with social media. What you're doing there is spreading yourself too thin. You're not producing native content for each of those platforms, and it's just not going to work. For example, the content that I'm posting right here on YouTube is not going to work on other platforms. I'm going to have to tailor make content for those other ones. If I'm posting on Instagram, it'd be slightly different. On TikTok, it's going to be different. Sometimes I'm recording specific content for other platforms that I wouldn't even take clips from this very video. So my recommendation to you is that you need to do your own research, find out where are your customers and clients most likely to be. They're going to be on all the platforms, but where are they most likely to be, and double down. And if they are evenly spread across all different social platforms, then just pick a couple and really double down on them. My advice, pick platforms that you can leverage your time really well. We want automated content that can continue bringing in traffic to your site, whether you continue to do something or not. An example of the opposite, an example of a manual approach, is creating a Facebook group, for example, or interacting on Facebook and constantly posting and commenting on people's stuff and hoping they come back and find you. If you stop posting, if you stop commenting, your traffic stops. Whereas YouTube is an example of leveraged content where I produced this video for you right now. Hopefully you're getting a bunch of value, and this will sit on YouTube for years to come and people will continue to find me. So that's social media content. Now, the third way to drive traffic is something that is unreliable, but it is going to help you get a bit of a kickstart, and that is relying on referrals, right? If you've got contacts, if you've got friends, family, people that you know would be interested in what you've got, or they know someone who would be interested, then of course that can be the first port of call. The danger is this is where most businesses start and then die, right? We have a business idea, we launch a website, we're really excited about it, we tell our friends and family, and by the time it's gone around your friends and family and a few of them gave you a bit of money for your service, then everything drops off a cliff. So again, this is not a long-term strategy. This is actually something that can just give you a bit of a kickstart, get your business some momentum, but then you do need to be focusing on one of these other traffic strategies as well. All right, so that was a quick one. The fourth one is where we're now getting into the territory of paid traffic, okay? My fourth strategy is utilizing Facebook ads. And the fifth strategy that I'm going to share with you in just a moment is even more powerful than Facebook, and it's another paid ad platform. So we'll get to that in just a minute. For the moment, number 4, Facebook ads. Facebook ads has stood the test of time. Facebook ads have been around for a very long time. I've been in this game for many, many years. I've spent millions advertising on Facebook, and it's done very, very well for us. I've seen the changes and the way that Facebook has evolved, its platform and the way that we can advertise on the platform over the years, and it is still a good platform. There are still some good advertising strategies to be utilized on there. There is still some traffic to be had, and it's still a decent price. Here's where the bad news comes in. Facebook, at the time of recording this, and I don't think it's going to be any different if you're watching this in 6 or 12 months, perhaps the situation will have actually gotten worse, is that Facebook has hit a point where they have more advertisers on the platform wanting traffic than they have advertising space available. What does that mean? That means that the traffic on Facebook is now an auction, right? And whoever is willing to bid or can afford to pay the most for the traffic is going to win. So that does mean that Facebook ad prices are rising quite substantially. But here's the even bigger problem. It means that Facebook doesn't care about you and me as a single person advertising on the platform. If you step even a foot out of line, they're going to kick you off the platform with no apology, no explanation, and in some cases, people are getting banned forever. They're getting ads disapproved, then that turns into an ad account getting shut down, then that turns into what's called a business manager getting shut down, and then you can actually get what's called a personal ban. Which, funnily enough, I have one of those, and it's making it very hard for me and my company to even utilize Facebook now because Facebook has just kind of blacklisted me. So I'm not the biggest fan of Facebook ads right now. I see it getting harder. I see it getting more difficult. And I think if you're going to go down the paid traffic route, you would do better to follow my strategy number 5. And that is YouTube advertising. The YouTube advertising platform is amazing right now. It is not only so targeted, because you have people that are watching your ads in the very moment that they were interested in the topic that your business is about, right? We're targeting someone not in a moment where we're interrupting them with an ad that they have no interest in, but actually we can target based on the videos they're watching, we can target based on how they're interacting online. It makes it very, very targeted. But also, YouTube has not hit that point yet that Facebook has. There is still advertising space available, so they're rolling out the red carpet for businesses like me and you that want to go on there, test the water with a YouTube ad and see if we can get some traction for our business. And what I particularly like about YouTube, but also just paid traffic in general, is it's instant traffic. No waiting around for an article to get ranked on Google. No waiting around for social media content to take off. You know, you run an ad, that same day you're getting traffic. And now it's down to your business and your website to convert that traffic into sales. And if you can do that profitably, you have an engine to be able to drive traffic and drive as much of it as you could possibly handle. So out of all the traffic strategies we've talked about today, this would be the one that I'd recommend to you the most. And I have a free gift for you. It's called the 60-second script. If you'd like to take YouTube ads seriously, if you'd like to have a machine for traffic where you just put $1 in and you get $2 or $3 back out for your business, then I've got this blueprint for you. I basically walk you through exactly what to say and do in a YouTube ad to hook someone's attention, to bring them into your world and convert strangers into customers and clients off the back of your website and your sales funnel. It's my gift to you. There's a link in the description box or the top comments. Go ahead and click on that. Tell me where to send it and I'll get it straight out to you. So in conclusion, Google SEO is a really good strategy, very valuable traffic, but it's a long game. It's a long-term strategy. Social media content is great. You've got to be utilizing that in this day and age of digital marketing, but I would pick a couple of platforms and double down on those and don't spread yourself too thin. Referrals is a really good way to get your business a kickstart, but again, it's going to drop off a cliff. So prepare for your other strategies to take over at that point. Facebook has been great and there is still some opportunity on there, but it's getting more difficult. YouTube ads is the platform that I would recommend as the most powerful instant ability to command traffic and make sure your business is profitable. So that being said, if you want to learn how you can grow your business using YouTube ads, there's another video training up here that I've prepared for you. Go ahead and click on that. If this video was helpful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button on this video. It really helps me and helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe because we're putting out great content like this every single week. Check this video out and I'll see you in a future video.